Superman took flight, and now Marvel's hoping to stretch their luck with Fantastic Four. After a year of swings and misses, Brave New World, Thunderbolts, we're looking at you. This might be Marvel's last shot at recapturing the magic, or just another fumble in the multiverse. Let's check it out. I mostly know Marvel's First Family from the 2000s movies and that cartoon that aired around the same time. For what it's worth, I thought they were alright. And then came Fan4Stick in 2015, and I still have no idea what they were trying to do with that one. Now, 10 years later, Marvel gives another shot with Fantastic Four First Steps. But unlike the previous versions, this one skips the origin story and focuses on who they are now as heroes and as a family. I'm not sure how Pedro Pascal has the time to do all these movie projects, but here we are. He plays Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, genius inventor and resident overthinker of the Marvel Universe. He's flexible in body, not so much in feelings, with more degrees than he has social skills. Reed's always one lab experiment away from accidentally ending reality. Pedro did a solid job as Reed, but after seeing John Krasinski in Multiverse of Madness, I kinda wish Marvel had kept him. John's Reeded more than Pedro's. Out of all the Reed Richards, who's your favorite? And why is it Earth 2149? Sue Storm is the heart and backbone of the Fantastic Four. With the power to turn invisible and generate force fields, she's both strategic and strong. She holds the team together, keeping Reed's ego in check and cooling off Johnny's eccentric personality. It's great to see Sue take on a larger role this time around. Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, is basically what happens when a brick wall grows a heart and a Brooklyn accent. He's built like a tank and can take down buildings with one punch, but under that rocky shell is a loyal, lovable softie who just wants to do right by his friends. I appreciate how Ben's valued for his actions, not his appearance. It was great seeing him return to his old neighborhood with the crowd cheering him on. Out of the four, I think Ben would do well having his own streaming show. Doubt it'll ever happen though. And then there's Johnny. While I understand the reboot is taking creative liberties to rebrand the team, I'm still unsure how I feel about his portrayal. Johnny's always been impulsive, hot-headed, and brimming with ego. His cocky attitude and swagger are core parts of who he is. The fact that he literally sets himself on fire to become the Human Torch has always been a perfect metaphor for his fiery personality. This version of Johnny feels like a toned-down take on the character I've come to know. His trademark extremes have been softened into a more family-friendly, modern adaptation. Rather than letting his explosive personality shine through his actions, this film tends to explain his behavior instead of showing it. Personally, I still prefer Chris Evans' portrayal as Johnny. It just had more spark. You know, I was genuinely impressed by the Silver Surfer. While some questioned the changes, I found them refreshing. The board's abilities were cool and added flair, and though I wish she had more time on screen, the Silver Surfer's presence was impactful, and she delivered a line that stuck with me more than anything else this year.
I herald his beginning, I herald your end, I herald Galactus.
The space scenes in Fantastic Four were a definite highlight. Honestly, part of me wishes the film stayed in space longer because the setting brought out the best in them. Returning to Earth made sense, but some of the scenes slowed the momentum, and you'll know it when you see it. Galactus is one of Marvel's most iconic cosmic threats, an all-powerful, planet-devouring entity who exists beyond mortal comprehension. Often portrayed as a godlike force of nature, his arrival is meant to signal impending doom on a universal scale. But in this film, Galactus feels like a shadow of his comic counterpart. Rather than a towering existential threat, he comes off underwhelming, more of a plot device than a true villain. His presence lacks weight, his motivations are vague, and his impact is fleeting. For a character known to devour worlds, this version barely left a mark and was surprisingly easy to forget. One last thing before ending the video. I don't know if I'm the only one thinking this, but imagine if Superman and Fantastic Four had opened together on the same weekend. Like a modern Barbenheimer, a superhero experience of the year, Superman and Fantastic Four are different, yet complement each other. One leans into action and spectacle, the other into story and family. Together, they could have created something special. It didn't happen the way I had hoped, but both are films you shouldn't miss. Check out Fantastic Four: First Steps in theaters.